This really important deal has returned, so go and grab it. What am I talking about? This right here. So in game at the moment, there is a potion and revive bundle. This is something that I didn't really think much of back in the day, but things change. Like, you might be saying, well, Rich, didn't you say bad things about this deal? I did, but revive farming was a thing that was available. It's not now. So therefore, you're going to make decisions, key decisions, important decisions. Especially when topping back up your stock of items. I thought it was interesting, and this is something that I have mentioned recently, where I'm like, Kabam, please roll this out more regularly. Fine, take away revive farming if you're going to do it. I mean, like, I don't want them to do it, but they are going to do it. So it's like, well, what can you do? But what I would like is Kabam to offer more for, you know, increasing of stash, especially for free to play. And also having access to deals like this. This, as we said and as we compared in the past, is a good deal and can be very, very helpful. To kind of put things in a bit of a time frame perspective, this deal, which you can see from my video that I posted about this last month, is less than a month. Just a bit less than a month when you've seen this return. The deal came back yesterday, the 31st of January 2024, and was last put in to the game on the 4th of January. I think that's the case. Maybe it's a day late or whatever. I can't remember because a lot of time I'll bulk record and then I'll work during the day and then I'll work on these YouTube videos during the evening. So in any case, it's a really important deal. In that particular video, I did kind of like stress kind of some value comparisons, which I might be able to find in this video because of this, whilst I'm recording this, or in one of my many spreadsheets, because I got a ton of spreadsheets. On a very rare occasion, yes, the answer is yes. I actually decided not to delete it, and I'm glad I did keep it because it's really important to what we're gonna cover. So, look, I do agree. Nowadays, you got to be so careful. I got a video I think coming out the weekend, maybe Sunday topic video that looks at if I was spending, how I'd approach 100%ing Necropolis. And of course, one of the big things is a lot of whales know this. A lot of, high spenders that buy units and then decide to kind of spend those units on certain things. We'll get specific deals where there's things like, I think, level 5 and level 6 revives, which of course are going to massively help out. But the chances of a free-to-play player accessing them, or at least trying to carefully spend units to acquire them, kind of puts them in the kind of level 2 revive bracket. Unless there's opportunity from these deals. These potion deals allow for a good amount of return on spend. So for example, if you, for whatever reason, are getting, one of the deals, there's 815 units of value from a straight up 500 unit spend, give or take. If you're looking to get yourself, and this is why it's so important for Necropolis, and why I really and strongly believe if Kabam roll these out, if it's going to be like, the start of the month and the end of the month, that's fantastic. And if Kabam are regularly doing that, that's a thumbs up from me. Because it's giving players, especially free to play, more value to stock up on revives to do endgame content or help them out with endgame content. Now, I'm a bit dubious about getting it. I'm kind of in a position of I might get it. But to give you an idea, like, what is it? It's the start of the month right now. For me personally, I'll be doing the 22-hour solo events, which say theoretically that's 30 more level 2 revives. There may not be any endgame content I get to spend them in, but we'll have to see. And also I'll be doing the apothecary every single day. So again, that's another 30 that I get. My stash is going to be full. The level 3 revives will be good to pack for a later date. But at this given time, I'm not sure what I might do. And that's the thing about making decisions. There's content I have to do in game, for sure. There's Karina's challenges I have to do. But I'm kind of on the mindset of saving up a lot of those revives and health potions. Actually, I'm thinking about doing Karina's trial 7 for 7. Or, more than likely, Guillotine's challenge, which I didn't really want to do. However, I feel that because there's a high amount of 7-star shards, it could be more appealing. But I've got to rank up some champions first. And that's always an issue when you've got to rank up specifically to make the content more bearable when using some of those champions. So there's a quandary. So there's definitely could be a need, want and desire for me to do that. There's also a new event coming in, and look, even with a 1,000 units spend, depending on the amount of revives you could get, it may be something down the line I'll be interested in. But again, the problem that still remains is I don't really want to spend my units, and with an incursions-based challenge dropping next week, it kind of means that my unit spend could be more towards the incursion side of things and the potions for it than it would be to storing up, for some endgame content. The one thing I would stress is that if anybody's looking to do some of that endgame content, Kabam are doing the live stream tomorrow, which will mean that, well, we'll find out what this endgame content coming up could be. And you may want to access this deal. This deal could be more important to stock up, to put in your stash, and do bear in mind, you will have a certain amount of days before it expires. So whatever's coming in February, go and see the live stream on Friday, make a decision about some of the stuff coming in, and stockpile into your stash some of the meaningful things. So that's something that I would mention to everybody. I also don't know whether or not Kabam are going to roll this out as a regular thing. If Kabam are just doing this as just, well, we're just throwing it out there, then, well, that's another kind of like issue in itself. Like, is there going to be another time? There's a lot of variables to consider with these particular things. There's an interesting thread I saw about this earlier today on the matter. Especially Tight Edge says, I did 2 paths to Necropolis. I'm not averse to doing more, but life didn't allow me to restock on resources to do any more than that in December and January, and I'm fine with that. What burns me out is that right as the revive farms were being eliminated, there was a pretty decent deal for 500 unit revive package. If Kabam is going to insist that units should be used for content, there should be some sort of deal, buy in bulk or plan ahead, even if you make it a purchase limit of 1 a week. I put in quality time for units, and what I'm not willing to do is deplete them 40 at a time across an entire run, because every time I click that button, it feels like a failure or loss. It shouldn't feel like that. And this is the thing, as I've been saying to multiple people, as much as Kabam say, oh, units should be used for revives and health potions, the problem that we have is access to resources. If for whatever reason Cyber Weekend and upcoming, because it will be upcoming, July 4th deals, give the opportunity for, and also at the end of Act 8.4, at the end of that there's going to be a deal. If you don't have any units to get the deal, it could be a case that players can't become Valiant unless they have to 100% Necropolis, which at the moment is a very real thing. Things change in game, metas change, but also stress levels that players have to have is kind of like can be quite unbearable at times. So feeling, and this is the thing as well, if like someone has to feel like that, then look, this game is, I thought this game was meant to be a fun game, and it quite clearly isn't, but in any case, each to their own. If I'm able to plan ahead and obtain items, even if it's too many, and even if they're obtained by units, then I feel like the trade has already been made and I'm fine with it. That might seem like a weird semantics, but give us a real incentive to go in and do something, because otherwise I'll wait till 8.4 and just coast to Valiant then. And that's the thing, people are going to make different decisions as to how they get that title. You could be one of those people that spent on Cyber Weekend and also acquired a lot of those units to complete a rank 3-7 style, thus giving you Valiant a lot more easily than what I had to do in order to achieve, and a lot more, and you achieved as well, because there's people out there that became Valiant by only 100%ing Necropolis, and fair play to you. I give you a salute, well done. So yeah, that's how that is. Of course, it's basically you've got to play well, but at the end of the day, it's getting through it. Regardless of anything, it's the getting through it that's important. But the point still remains about this deal. Stocking up, stash management. As I've said before, if you're free to play, stash management is one of the key things. You have less to obtain and put into your stash than most other, access to things like the Sigil. So that's just the thing, isn't it? You've got to be very careful, and being careful and getting the right deals is going to be important. And I do believe in this deal. I do hope that it is put in more regularly. But as I said, if you're looking to do endgame content, check out what Kabam have got advertised on Friday in the live stream and make decisions from there. This video has gone a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I think the point has been made about this deal. you know, go get it. Go get it whilst you can, or check on Friday to see what Kabam have got planned in the future if you've done a lot of the content that's in-game now. Thanks for watching this video. What are your thoughts on this deal and also other things that were mentioned in it? And I'll put it in the comments, and I'll see you later on. Have a go. Hey, have a bit. Bye.